And we are live. Hello, everyone. This is Ruben and Darius and Rob, and we're going to get into the top 5 video marketing secrets for so many things that we all need for our business: lead generation, nurturing, prospecting, and ultimately sales growth. Rob, if you could just start with a short bio and let's get into this.
Yeah, Ruben, thank you so much. And Darius, it's great to be here. It's an honor and a pleasure. My goal today is just be to see what I can do to be of value to everyone who's listening and watching. But I come actually from the professional services industry. I was in insurance for over a decade. And, the reason I'm even sitting here right now and having this conversation with you guys is because I've used the power of video to literally build and grow a book of business. And to become just an evangelist and just a believer in using this technology to build and grow businesses. And now I parlayed that into a consulting and digital marketing agency. And that's what I'm doing now full time.
And what was really interesting when we kicked this off is that, Darius said something to you, which is, I feel like I know you, and you felt the same way because you guys have seen each other's videos. Darius, what's your take on that kind of moment that you have?
That the power of that is indescribable. It's not really comparable to anything you get through. I mean, it's like maybe if you had a favorite author and you read all their books, then you might have something close to what that is. But it's of course repeatable and reproducible, much easier than someone reading your book. They just see your video, they see it a couple times or maybe a couple different ones, and that relationship is farther along than it would have been otherwise. So it's indescribable. Yeah.
And so if Rob were trying to sell you something and you saw him and you felt like you knew him, how would that change the dynamic from a sales perspective, from a trust perspective? What does that feel like?
I think the main thing is it would immediately place him in a tier above anyone else in that same service. Like if I'm looking at vendors selling one type of thing and I have that type of relationship built, it just immediately places them a series above, right? I know who they are. I see them as a person. I can connect to them. It's much deeper than plain text and other types of outreach. So that's really what a big part of it is, just setting yourself apart, especially in a competitive market.
And then Rob, you and I had a very similar engagement where I think you sent me a LinkedIn message, and I won't forget that because it was just from the heart. It was genuine, and it made me want to respond to you quickly, and we did. And then, of course, you've been on our podcast, and you've become a client of Dubb, and now a testimonial. You are like a showcase case study for our business because you've had so much success using the platform. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no, that was a great. I'm never going to forget that day. I put together that video for you, and I was like, you know what? I knew more than anything else that you of all people would appreciate getting somebody using your technology to reach out to you in that very personalized way and sharing with you a message. And you're a busy guy. We're all busy people, but I'm sure that I've gotten a video recently from somebody who I reached out to with video, and it just didn't, even though I knew it just impressed me right away. It was like, it's so nice because it's a human connection. It's a personal touch. And like Darius said, it's like building a relationship, and it's so important, especially in business. It's all based on trust and building that relationship and nurturing the relationship with video. It's really powerful.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest questions I get is like, what videos should I do, right? Where do I do them? I know that that's a big part of what we're going to cover today. And I think the overarching answer is everywhere throughout your sales process, throughout everything you're doing. The idea is with technology like Dubb, it's as easy to communicate, if not easier to communicate with video than it is through typing out messages. So, I mean, unless it's one liner, like see you there, then it, if you're typing paragraphs, I guarantee you'll be you'll be faster and more effective in your communication using video. So throughout the sales cycle, throughout your business, in fact, all communication channels is the opportunity for video.
The other thing too, Darius, is as you were talking right there, I just had a thought. One of my objectives today is I want to really inspire people to really learn how to use this technology to their advantage and get them behind, away from their email and doing cold calls and, give this a try. I think there's a lot of times people are just afraid to, whether I don't feel comfortable on a camera or, on video, or I just don't know what to say. I want to be able to give folks who are listening, watching, some examples, some real examples, and also results of what it's done for me personally. So, I hope we get into something, some of that today, and really dive deep into that.
Well, let's do that. I mean, right now, I think that we've got a map here. We've got the 5 top secrets. So I'd love for you to kind of take over and just guide us through those. And I'll let you take the stage here.
Well, thank you for that. And, I have probably 25 different ways that you can use the power of video to build and grow your business. But from my personal experience, I'm going to give you the top 5 that have really worked well for me. And it all starts with, if you look at business, there's some guys out there who talk about basically breaking down business in the most simple way. You have before, during, and after, and really focusing on each of those stages of a business. The most important stage, obviously, is opening up the door. How do you create something that's so unique and so different, a message that's actually going to get attention? And so one of my top ways, number 1, is to use video for prospecting, one-to-one communication and prospecting to people who are on a very targeted, imagine your dream client. Who are you going after? I personally use LinkedIn. This works so well with LinkedIn. It has the integration. Dubb has the integration that I use. It's just so simple and easy to upload a simple one-minute introductory video where I basically say, hey, listen, Mr. Prospect, I just wanted to reach out to you in a more personalized way. And I noticed this, and this about your business, and checked out your profile. I would love to find ways that I can maybe add value to your business and to your life. Let's set up a simple 15-minute strategy call. It's really as simple as just reaching out and making a connection with somebody in a unique way. That has been, the difference between using video versus traditional techniques like cold calling and cold emails. It just doesn't work as well as it used to, because this is a more personalized human connection. And I think even today, in what we're going through the last year, people really value that human connection more than ever. And then number 2 is the way I've used video for follow-up. This has been a real game changer for me personally. Let's say after your first meeting, or even after your first appointment with a prospect, sending that follow-up video and just kind of summarizing, hey, listen, these are the goals that you told me were the most important for you. And here's a solution. Here's a solution to some of the problems or the opportunities that you made me aware of that we can help you with and add value to your business. Even a simple follow-up video has been extremely powerful for me personally at helping to advance the sales process.
Very cool. So good to know. So let's move on to number 3 here.
Yep. Number 3, this is also this is a gold nugget for anyone who, wants to know, what do you do once you bring a new client or customer on board? What can you do that really separates yourself and distinguishes you from all the competition that's out there? One of the things I've done very effectively is, in even helping with clients do this, is set up a new customer or new client welcome sequence. Just imagine someone getting, and I don't care what business you're in, it doesn't even matter. Imagine somebody getting a personalized email from you with the video embedded in there, and you welcoming them to your family, basically like your family into your business, and then reiterating the things. Hey, this is what you can expect by being a customer or client of ours. Let me share with you how to use the product or the service. Let me share with you some of the top questions that people are asking when they first start with us. There's the opportunity to build a welcome sequence to bring people in as customers and clients of yours. So that's been extremely powerful.
Nice. And this is an example here on my screen of what an automated workflow looks like, which can be used in so many different ways. It can be used for advertising sequences. If there's lead gen ads, it could be used for form triggers. It could be used for manual. You can record a video from your phone, add a tag to a person's name, and then have them receive an email or SMS drip campaign. So we've really thought out a lot of things of way to kind of automate engagement and to really scale up the efforts.
Yeah. I mean, imagine the impression that makes on somebody. Let's say you're a contractor, right? And you bring in a new customer and you just send them a nice welcome video from the owner of the company. I mean, man, what kind of impression does that make? So it doesn't really matter. This crosses into any type of business. I don't care what you're in. This is where this technology, I'd rather get a personalized email from the owner of the company or who I did business with, welcoming me and sharing with me how to get the most out of that relationship.
Nice. Next up is Vid-tros.
This is my favorite. So you and I talked about this the first time we met, and you were like, man, I never heard that before, Vid-tros. One of the things that I value so much is a referral relationship. So when I'm working with a partner, some people call them centers of influence, referral partners, affiliate partners, whatever you want to call them. I love to help other people grow and succeed in their business. And I love opening up doors for people who are in what I call my trusted advisor relationships. So one of the things I started doing very effectively was actually doing video introductions for my centers of influence to somebody I wanted to introduce them to. So it might be maybe one of my clients, right? I simply put together a simple, straightforward Vid-tro, as I like to call them, which is just basically a video introduction. It's me saying, hey, Ruben, I wanted to introduce you to Darius. I've been doing business with Darius, and I think you could add tremendous value to his business. I just wanted to make a connection with you two, get you guys together, and then leave it up to you. You guys meet and let me know how things went. I actually had a CEO of a bank call me and reach out and said, I got that Vid-tro. I want to know what you were doing. Like, how did you do that? Because I would love it if my sales team would be able to use that same technology and that way of communicating. It's just, again, it was just really powerful. Made a great impression.
That's incredible. I mean, talk about a way to pay it forward, to build trust, to make a connection, and not spend a lot of time doing so. I mean, you could do that in just a couple of minutes.
Sure.
It's very efficient.
I think video, like, think about this. Video is even quicker today than I mean, with the technology, right? I have the Dubb app on my phone. I can literally shoot 10 quick videos in no time, the same amount of time it would have taken me to draft an entire email. And here's the thing, no one's reading emails, right? But if you have a video where you customize the message in there and say it's to Ruben, and you put your name in there, or I'm a big fan of embedding someone's logo, their company logo, in the thumbnail, right? So you can do that in Dubb. You can actually upload custom thumbnails and be able to make them any way you want. And you can be as creative as you want. But I always like to imagine someone who you're trying to do business with sees their company's logo in there with you making a brief introduction. You think that they're going to click on that. They're going to click on that video, or they're going to watch, they're definitely going to watch it.
Right. And I think it applies to their LinkedIn profile. If it's a screen grab of that, their logo, their website, their sports team, and the list goes on. Amazing.
You get as creative as you want. That's the beauty.
Nice. And then number 5 is the video library. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of building. One of the things that's really important is, even for anyone's business, is really creating a lot of educational or value-based content. And one of the things you can use is, you can obviously use this technology. Video is such a major part of it, but imagine putting a video library on your website where your customers and clients can go and access valuable content that you've produced, not a lot of this canned stuff, but something that you have personalized to your business to either help someone solve a problem or add value to someone's business or your customers or clients. That to me is one of the most powerful things you can do, because again, you're creating a relationship, you're building a relationship, you're adding value, you're building a trust. And there's nothing that's more powerful than, creating great content for people to consume that either helps solve a problem or, helps them out in some way.
So good, Rob. Well, listen, I wanted to thank you for your time. This was hyper educational here.
Yep.
Where can folks learn more about you, your website, social channels, LinkedIn?
Well, definitely reach out to me on LinkedIn at Rob Jacomen. I'm all on all the social channels, Instagram, Facebook, robjacomen.com. And, we're actually rebuilding the website and putting out a lot of great content. So definitely reach out, and I'd be more than happy to help out anyone in any way. If you have questions about how to use the technology, or if you want to, learn more about some of the results that we're getting, I'm happy to help.
Amazing. Well, thanks so much. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate it.